102 days left until Christmas, and here are my 5 top tips to ensure you go into this festive period in the best shape possible. Hey team, and welcome to this week's episode of The Inspired Show, the show that's dedicated to helping you become happy, healthy, more confident, and ultimately the best version of yourself. If you've not done so already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you stay updated with all our weekly episodes. If you find this episode helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Hit that share button and let me know your biggest takeaways in the comment section down below. Don't forget, there's also links to our exclusive community down below and also our social media handles where we post every single day content on helping you get into the best shape possible. 102 days. Where has this year gone? It's absolutely flown by. And there's going to be a lot of you coming out the summer feeling a little bit uncomfortable after the summer period where you didn't really enjoy the summer as best you could, not feeling as confident, as happy as you could. So let's think about the next big event that's going to be happening for a lot of people, which is going to be the festivities. The big day itself, the Christmas parties, the get-togethers. Do you want to go into another Christmas feeling fluffy, unconfident, high anxiety, and not really looking forward to spending time with your loved ones? Or do you want to go into this festive period feeling happy, healthy, confident, ultimately the best version of yourself? If you do, these 5 tips are going to get you started moving towards becoming that best version of yourself. As always, as we're going through any of these tips, if you've got any more questions, pop them down below and I'll get back to you with a thorough answer, or I might even make a specific video on that topic as well. So let's get straight into it. Tip number 1 is be realistic with your goals and expectations. Christmas is not that far away, 102 days, approximately 3.5 months. So in that time frame, we need to be realistic about how much we're going to achieve, especially when it comes to weight loss. Now, I would recommend around 1 to 2 pounds per week. So over a course of a month, you're looking at anywhere between 4 to 8 pounds. Okay. So over the course of 3 months, you're looking at 4, 8, 12, or 24 pounds. So 12 to 24 pounds, maybe a little bit more because you've got another half a month as well. But towards at the back end of December, things do start to kind of get a little bit hectic with your social events. So realistically, we're going to be looking around 12 to 24 pounds. So when it comes to setting your goals and targets, remember, realistic is being the key. If you're not realistic and you set expectations too high, want to lose 4, 5, 6 pounds every single week, and you don't do that, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to feel like it's not working, and most importantly, you're probably going to give up, okay? So set those clear goals, set those intentions. That's super, super important for us. Number 2 is focus on consistency rather than perfection. Super, super important, okay? If you're not consistent, then you're not going to see the best progress. Because when it comes to perfection, we're never going to be perfect 100% of the time. So if you're shooting for perfection and you don't hit that, guess what? You're going to feel like you failed, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to give up. So instead of that perfection, just focus on being consistent week in, week out. It doesn't have to be perfect. There are going to be days when you don't hit your calorie target. There are going to be days when you don't hit your step target. There are going to be days when you overindulge. But as long as you're balancing that out, 9 times out of 10, you're being consistent with things you should be doing, you're going to see absolutely incredible progress, okay? So remember, we want to be consistently good rather than inconsistently perfect. Okay, that's super, super important to remember. Number 3 is focus on increasing your daily movement. This is a massive part of your journey because the big bulk of our calorie expenditure is going to come from our daily movement and activity, not the exercise itself. So look at how many steps you're doing at the moment and look at if you can bump that up a little bit. Okay, so let's say, for example, you're doing 5,000 steps a day on average. Can you increase that to 5,500? See how you adapt to that mentally as well as physically. If it's manageable and you feel you can push again, push up to 6,000 and keep following that technique until you get to a place where you can manageably hit a high level of steps. And that's going to be different for different people. For example, somebody that is a post person that's delivering letters all day, they're going to have a lot higher step count than somebody who's maybe a single parent working behind a desk all day because they've got to do the school run, they're working behind a desk, pick the kids up after school clubs, and then it's all the same again the next day. So their step count is going to be naturally a little bit lower. So it's about finding your happy medium of where you need to be in terms of your daily activity. Number 4, and this, I cannot stress this enough, it's super, super important, okay? Managing your sleep and managing recovery. Really, really important, especially if you're training as well. Now, if you've got poor sleep, then what's going to happen is you're going to have high levels of stress, you're going to have high levels of hunger, increase appetite, but also decrease energy levels as well. And it's going to make it very, very difficult for you to stay on track with your calorie counting and also getting your daily movement in and also training hard as well if you've got poor sleep. So make sure you're getting to sleep at the same time every single night because your body loves consistency, okay? The same sleep and wake cycle. So try and go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, even on weekends, okay? Even on weekends. Approximately 7 to 9 hours of sleep is what we want to aim for. Now, I do understand there's going to be people out doing shift work, they've got young children, which is going to make it more difficult, but if you can get as consistent as possible, that is all you can do. So focus on what you can do versus what you can't do, okay? Next up, think about creating an evening routine that is relaxing, allows you to de-stress, decompact, and have a good night's sleep. Definitely avoid your phones about an hour before going to bed. One, because of melatonin production. Melatonin is the sleeping hormone, and blue light will disrupt that. And number 2, you don't want to be absorbing any negativity off social media, off the news before going to bed, especially if you're an overthinker. And avoiding things like caffeine in the lead up to bed as well is super, super important. And number 5 is having a positive frame of mind and focus on the reasons why you need to change. Like between now and Christmas, there are going to be some bumps in the road. There are going to be days when work is busy, when you've had a stressful day, the kids driving up the wall, and you're going to get sent that working day and thinking, do you know what? I could do a cracking open a bottle of wine now and get into Uber Eats. But if you're dialed in with the reasons why you want to change, why it's so powerful, then on those days when you're feeling stressed, tired, demotivated, then you're gonna be able to push through and still do the things that you know you should be doing in order to see the results. So make sure you're really, really clear on that, okay? And a bonus tip for you is make sure you're eating the right amount of calories. Don't go too low, because otherwise you won't be able to stick to it. I'm also gonna link down my calorie calculator down below as well. So implement these 5 tips, team. Let me know how you get on with them, and I guarantee you'll see absolutely amazing results and you'll be rocking that festive period amazingly, more confidence, happier, more energy, absolutely living life. Until next week, guys, have an absolutely amazing week.